Midtown fans, the Bulldogs tip-off is in just a moment. The game tonight features your Bulldogs going up against the Dragons for Parkside. It's time to turn things up in here. Let me hear you, Midtown. Go Bulldogs!
Are you gonna just find your seat this time?
Hey, see,
Are you taping me?
nah, I'm making phone calls, yo. I'm a networker. You know me. That's just what I do. Hey, yo, Freak. Hey, we gonna make it rain tonight, baby. Woo!
Yeah, Freak, let's get that win. Look. Cuckoo!
Hey, get them hundreds out. Get them hundreds out for your boy.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready? Midtown, let's go! Let's go, Midtown! Maybe I'm open. Hey, right there! I got ball! Hey, yo, that's for you! There! Hey, incoming!
Three, Brad Jones. Two points.
Can't stop this!
Thomas Brothers with the bucket.
Move the ball! It's sticking too much!
Three-point basket, Thomas Brothers. And that's the end of the first. Second quarter action coming up soon. Bulldog fans, we'd like to remind you that the movie night from Midtown High is this weekend. Come on out and see several student films, followed
Can't
by
stop
a brief
me.
Q&A after each viewing. 3 points. Free. Brad Jones with the basket.
Move it! Move it!
Team is weak, Parkside.
Move the ball! It's sticking too much! Come on, keep it up! Keep it up!
Freak. Freak.
We got this.
And that will wrap up the quarter with the Bulldogs trailing. We know they can stage a comeback, so let's go Bulldogs! Freak. That's his first personal foul.
Come on, Midtown! Come on!
Three-point basket, Michael Kennedy. Michael Kennedy makes the bucket. And that will do it for the third quarter. The fourth quarter will start after a brief break. Midtown Athletics would like to take this moment to give a warm thanks to our biggest sponsor, Drizzle, for their continued support of Bulldog Athletics.
Move it! Move it!
Timeout for the Bulldogs. Students, if you have a passion for writing and are interested in contributing to the school paper, new positions are opening up. Please contact Mr. Stu for more information.
Move the ball! It's sticking too much!
3 points.
He's yours! He's yours!
Timeout for the Bulldogs. A reminder that the Lady Bulldogs will be playing tomorrow. Come on out and continue your support of Midtown Athletics. I know I'll be there. Michael Kennedy with the bucket.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Timeout for the Bulldogs. Midtown Seniors, we would like to remind you that the final chance to have a senior portrait taken will be this Friday in the library.
We can guarantee you 3 things, Freak. The ability or
Yeah, we at the spot right now, though. Oh, yeah, you know my boy's about to take it. Look,
I need you to be on your best behavior tonight. This is an important game
give my
for Freak.
phone back. Come on, yo.
Vic, I'm serious.
CC, my dear. Now, I know how important this game is. I'm just trying to make moves, yo. Freaky, he's gonna take it all the way. He's leading this, all right? Business.
Come on, Freak. Show them no mercy.
Hey,
We got this
hold
title.
up,
Come
hold
on.
up. We got this, my boy. We got this. Hey, we taking state, man. We taking state. Hey, he's taking state, though.
Vic, come on. Let's get our seat.
Okay. My man.
Vic, I'm serious.
All right,
Let's go.
yo, she up on me like hard right now, though.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for parts unknown, Robert Nelson. For three. For three. Dragons foul. Three. That's his first personal foul.
Come on, you better listen there.
Remains feet on the ball.
that cheap stuff.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for parts unknown. Ben Bishop. 2 shots.
Fab Five. But with your skills,
basketball, our ILA, 11 times champions. You are destined for greatness. And your destiny should lead you to a grand stage. And trust me, no stage is more visible than the city of Los Angeles.
What are you doing?
What do you...
Next year, I will be attending
frequency vibrations. Well, you know.
And welcome, college basketball fans. This is where you want to be, right here on 2K Sports. Some great action ahead, and we're happy to have you here along with us for the ride. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the UCLA Bruins and the Georgetown Hoyas.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
Now we'll look at UCLA's starting lineup. We've got Free. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the 5.
Well, I tell you what, guys, so many great centers have come through Georgetown. For a while, they were the destination for great centers going into college. You can point to any of their teams and find an NBA center on the roster.
Now here's King. Just 5 to shoot. Misses the layup.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And it's the Bruins with the ball. The Georgetown Hoyas have had so many great centers. Greg Monroe, Roy Hibbert, some of the more Greg recent guys.
Yeah, but don't forget about the one who kind of set that trend in motion. Patrick Ewing was just a dominant force. And then you had Dikembe Mutombo, Alonzo Mourning. And it's amazing. All of these guys we just named were picked in the top 7 of the NBA draft. And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on
from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Shot by Roberts, no good.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Here's King. Fresh pulls it in.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Free. Here's Roberts. Lays it up and banks it in.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
And the Bruins go here with a whole new group out there. Now the Hoyas with it. They trail by 1. King outside. Pass to Hodges. 18 feet out. Thomas with the block. The second chance effort. Misses off the right iron. Morris outside. Johnson the screen. Here's Starks. Right through the D for the layup. Starks has got his first points of the game.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Well, UCLA and all those incredible national titles in men's basketball. Clark, they were the program in the 60s and 70s.
Yep, completely dominated the landscape of college ball during that time. From 64 to 75, they won 10 titles in 12 seasons.
Taking a look at the Hoyas, King, he's in at shooting guard, and it's Felix in at the small forward. Now, here is Starks. Johnson the screen. Just 5 on the clock. From deep, and that one's good. Barton's got his first 3 points of the game. And here are the Hoyas now. 6-point game. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Passes it to Joseph. Harkless dishes to Freak. There's the screen. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Barton. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well played right there. I mean, there's no question who has the momentum.
Greg, the lead appears to be heading north, if you will.
And he gets it to go. 6 points for Freak.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
And it's a completely new group here for the Hoyas. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And guys, without a doubt, it's been a rough go so far here for Freak and his team. They just can't find anything to capitalize on consistently thus far.
And Greg, I'm anticipating plenty of adjustments from the coach, but I tell you what, when it comes down to what happens in the second half, it's about the players executing. A few quick baskets right out of the gate, and it's anybody's game.
So on the floor for UCLA. Free out there with Fresh. Then there's Campbell, and it's Robertson at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Good on both.
Well, there have been a lot of great players out of Georgetown over the years, most of them big men, but don't forget about Allen Iverson. He might just be the most popular former Hoya of all time. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And Allen Iverson was only at Georgetown for 2 seasons. The way he played, he completely set the college basketball hoop world on fire.
We might never see a scorer quite like Iverson again. For his size, what he packed into that small frame, was absolutely amazing. As unique and relatable a guy as we've had.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Georgetown trails by 19. Here's King. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
So far in this one for Freak, inside, outside, it hasn't mattered. He's hitting from all over the floor.
What do we call that, Clark? The zone? That's what he's in right now. Boy, does he have a hot hand.
And the Bruins going here with a whole new group out there. And that one's good. Johnson's got his first 2 points of the night.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
The Hoyas have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And here are the Hoyas now, trailing by 17. Here's King, and at last they get one to fall. King's got 15.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Morris passes to Irving. Starks kicks to Porter. And it comes off the front of the rim.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
King in a 2-guard. Nelson is out there with Hodges, and it's Randolph in at the 3, the small forward. Good on the shot. 19 points for Freak.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And he knows it. You can see it. The body language, the confidence. Real swagger out there for him.
And some changes here for the Bruins. There's the pick. Fresh, the pass to Looney, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
And it's Freak missing.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Here's Roberts. Free passes to Roberts. Rebounded by Hudson. Georgetown trails by 13. King right side. Whoa! It's not possible what we just... Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
Here's Free. The Hoyas getting their last shot to go. Here's Roberts. And a foul on the shot. They'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Freak.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Bruins.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in the transition. One of the most highly touted players on the floor is Freak. His abilities out on the wing are just phenomenal, and he is one of the few players that can dominate from that position.
And Greg, it takes a special talent to be able to control the game from the perimeter, but Freak is that kind of player. I mean, he can hurt you in so many different ways when he's left one-on-one with the defender, and he's comfortable pulling up or attacking the basket.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bruins.
Clark, looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Roberts. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
And it's the Bruins with the ball, following the three-pointer by Freak. Here's Fresh. It's hauled in by the Hoyas.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's UCLA. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. That's tipped. And now the Hoyas on the break. And a wide-open look for Freak. And the lead is down inside single digits.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition three there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Out to the right wing. Free against King. And the foul called on Free. Hi, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast of college basketball on 2K Sports. The action doesn't get much better than two of the most dynamic teams in college basketball going at it on the hardwood. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Georgetown Hoyas taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
A look at the Hoyas starting group. King in at shooting guard. Hudson is out there with Warren. Then there's Price, and it's Trice in at the point guard position. Kansas on D. It's a three-point game. Well, Georgetown has been such a pillar of East Coast basketball for so long. Really one of the universities on the East Coast.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. A really rich tradition in men's basketball for the Hoyas. And they've been a competitive presence on the college basketball landscape going back to the 70s.
And it's Freak missing.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Duncan outside. The 3. No good. So Georgetown will take it the other way. King outside. Got a piece of it.
Well, it's hard to believe that we're at this point in the game, and he still hasn't registered a single point.
And he gets the bucket. Oubre's got his first points of the night.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Shot to stop the run, and he nails it. The three-pointer falls from King. King's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Duncan outside. Lee outside. Here's Oubre. It's hauled in by the Hoyas.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
King, that's good.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
A platoon swap here for Kansas. Knocks it loose, and that'll be Kansas's ball as it goes out of bounds. The Jayhawks able to keep the ball here.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
There's the pick. They get a hand on it. Lets the 3 fly. They grab their own miss. Hodges, that's good.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Williams kicks to Daniels. And Williams, here we go. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And he's got his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Williams. It's a completely new group here for the Hoyas. And here are the Hoyas now. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. They've got Boss. He's out there with Oubre. And it's Gaines in at the center, locking down the middle.
Boy, it's been tough for Freak here in the first half. Not sure why he's been so slow out of the gate. But you can see he's not himself.
And guys, with the production he puts up, he's going to see a lot of different looks defensively. And it seems to be throwing him off just a bit. Hopefully, he'll be able to relax a bit and just let the game come to him.
And for Georgetown, King in at point guard. Nelson is out there with Price. Then there's Hudson. And it's Wilson in at the 2.
Oh, stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
You know, you don't like the foul, but if the alternative is giving up a dunk, it's an easy choice to make. I think it sets a tone for your defense around the rim. Make them earn it. Well, take a look at the numbers for Freak. He's got 8 points, and he's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Now here's Duncan, and Duncan gets double-teamed. Lee with the ball. Out defended by Freak. Here's Boss. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Boss has got his first bucket of the night.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
The Hoyas with another miss.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Here's Lee. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. And the Hoyas with some changes. Hodges comes in for Hudson. And it's Gonzalez in for Price. Out of bounds, Georgetown takes possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
King against Lee. Shot on the wing. King, that's good.
We got this.
King's got 10.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swing, really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building, just...
And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
They've got Duncan, and it's Gaines in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Oubre dishes to Gaines. No luck. So Georgetown will take it the other way. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Freak missing.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Here's Terry, and stolen by Trice. And now the Hoyas on the break. Here's King. Hits it from three-point range. Now it's a 6-point Hoyas lead.
Always eager to shoot the 3, and on the fast break, he knows it's going to be there for him.
Lee with the ball. Out defended by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. And Trice with the basket on the assist by Freak. And Georgetown leads by 8.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
And another 3 for Georgetown.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Here's Lee. It's deflected. They retain possession. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's King. And the 3 ball is good. King's got 11 in the second half.
This is why everybody thinks Freak is the real deal. I mean, it's not that he takes over games like he has in the second half. It's that he does it to lead his team to wins. That's the big thing.
No doubt he's a winner through and through. A lot of success at the college level is talent, but what separates...
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too
in space.
Get into them on the perimeter. Post.
Changes for Kansas. Terry's checked in, and it's Jenkins in for Williams. Now the Hoyas with it. They've gone on a 13-0 run, and it's Jenkins in at the 5. And it's Freak missing.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is. Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
The Hoyas with another miss. Kansas trails by 14. Lee with the ball. Out defended by Freak. Lee kicks it to Gaines. The jump hook. Fires the 3. No good from Lee.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
There's the pick. He dishes it to Oubre. And stolen by Price.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Hoyas.
You're right there, Steve. And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, Clark, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
Well, it deflates the opposition when you can be pesky defensively, and then it sparks your offense, and that's what happened for them. When you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's hard to overcome that kind of defensive pressure.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Freak. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Warren the pass to Hudson. King right side. It's tipped. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Lee gets the bucket. Now the Hoyas with it. Huge run right now for him. Going 19-2. King outside.
Side out. Substitution.
Fish.
Thanks for joining us, and hello, college basketball fans. We've got a great night ahead and a couple outstanding teams going at it. We're going to have the pleasure to watch. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's Texas and the Georgetown Hoyas.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion the energy. I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have. It's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
Now let's take a look at the Longhorns opening lineup. Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then it's Turner. Then there's Doherty. And it's Ford in at the four-man position. Now here's King. A three-pointer, no good. Edwards with it. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Shot's good by Turner.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, you know, getting the ball inside early.
And it worked to perfection, Clark, on that possession. We'll see how that plays out in terms of being a big part of their game plan.
Ellis kicks to Turner. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Well, in Texas, the Longhorns are known for their football history, actually all over the country. They have an impressive basketball alumnus list, too, though. A lot of pros have come out of Texas.
Kicks to Ford. No good. So Georgetown will take it the other way. King against Ellis. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Longhorns.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
Here is Edwards. Outside Turner. It's Ellis on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Edwards. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Now here's Harkless. Here's King. The jump hook. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Longhorns leading by 3. Shoots from the baseline. Nice jump shot. Good. Rush has got his first 2 points.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
And King, here we go. Fires the 3, and the shot is good.
What handle? You broke the D down to the ground with that move.
Richmond outside. Hodges against Hudson. Rush outside, and that one's good. Rush has got 5 points so far.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. He didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And Greg, you can see it.
6 seconds left to play in the first half. And for Texas, they've got Turner. Hudson is out there with Rich. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And time now for the halftime break with the second half. Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
Taking a look at the Hoyas, King, he's in at shooting guard. Warren is out there with Price. Then there's Hudson. And it's Trice in at the 1. And here's Ellis for 3. Count that one. Ellis has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
All alone. And it's King with the rebound.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with a miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
It's deflected.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. Here's Doherty. Off the inbound, no good. Georgetown trails by 3. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Nelson's checked in for the Hoyas. Harkless comes in for Price. Now here's Blair, defended by Harkless. Blair, the pass to Thornton. And there's the pass to Blair. 14 feet away, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And here are the Hoyas now. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And it's Freak missing.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Thornton dishes to Davis. And Blair kicks to Rush. Offensive rebound. And King, here we go. Got a hand on it. Now Thornton. He kicks to Blair. Here's Rush. Left side, Davis. Jacks up a 3. Rush gets the bucket.
How about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
And it's a completely new group for Texas. Georgetown trails by 3 on the court for the Longhorns. They've got Edwards. Turner is out there with Hudson. Then it's Ellis. And it's Doherty in at the 3 slot. And here's Edwards. On the wing, Ellis. Turner with a screen for Ellis. Clock at 6. Pass to Doherty. From outside the arc. No good. So Georgetown will take it the other way.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set. Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
Good. And Texas leads by 3.
It's as if these guys are out here just playing pickup basketball. No deterrent from the defense.
Not at all. No resistance whatsoever. It seems both teams just happy to try to outscore the other.
Feeds to Ellis. Passes to Edwards. Hudson kicks to Edwards. Unloads from 13. And again, it's Texas converting.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. And they're really looking strong here.
Elbow shot is on the way. And off the front, and in it goes. 16 points for Freak.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that.
We need to be more physical on the offensive end. Let's crash the glass, but be smart. We need to limit their easy baskets, so get back on D.
Here is Edwards. We've got 1:13 left in the second half of basketball. Here's Hudson. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Hudson's got the lead up to 5 now for Texas.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
And the Longhorns making a change here. Ford's checked in, and he commits the intentional foul. 40 seconds left to play here in the second half, and so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident that he's able to go up and knock those down.
The Hoyas with another miss.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And no problem there in the first free throw. 1-on-1 situation, so he'll get another. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 9-point ball game here.
And that's exactly how you close the game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
King misses off the left iron.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing.
Welcome, everyone, to the final game of the college basketball season. Tonight, we will crown the winner of this year's tournament. And no matter what the outcome here tonight, what a ride it has been. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers and the Georgetown Hoyas.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you...
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title. And really, once he got that steal, just really nothing the defense could do.
That's why turnovers are so costly, because in many cases, they're indefensible once possession changes hands.
Hill kicks to Evans. It's deflected. And here's the fast break. Price leading the way. And Price with the basket on the assist by Price.
And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
Kaminsky, the pass to Evans. They set the pick.
That's the wall.
The shot is off. So Georgetown will take it the other way. Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at them.
And, guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart. And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
So both teams making some changes here. Hill against King. From deep. The Hoyas with another miss. Hoyas on D. In transition. Here come the Badgers. No good from Gibson.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Here's King. Drains it from beyond the arc. King's got 5 points so far.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Pick up by Hill. Ball's knocked loose. One-on-one fast break.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just now.
Hoyas leading by 10. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Hawkins. He's out there with Hill. And it's Wade in at the 5 down low. They set the screen. King drains the three-pointer. 8 points for him.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Here's Gibson. It's another look. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Wilson, he's checked in for Trice. Fires the three. And it's Freak missing.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
Now the Hoyas with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Takes a three. No good. Excellent D there from Hill. With 1 on the clock. And that concludes the... And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
You know what, guys? That was the start that Freak and his team wanted in the first half. I mean, they didn't run away with the game, but they're in a really good spot to capture the title.
These first 5 minutes in the second half are going to be huge. They know their opponent is going to come out strong and try to even things up. But if they can keep their cool, they'll be on their way, I think, to the title.
King in at shooting guard. Price is out there with Warren. And it's Trice. And it's Hudson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Badgers, Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Kaminsky. Then it's Decker. And it's Evans in at the power forward.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
And for Georgetown, King in a two-guard. Warren is out there with Hudson. And it's Trice. And Wisconsin going with almost an entirely new group here. Wisconsin trails by 11. Now Hawkins. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's Conley. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
The assist. Justice Payton.
And here is King. There's the three. Can't hit. Here's the Badgers with the ball. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. They've got Dawkins. Payton is out there with Hawkins. And it's Conley in at the three. Up top, King. He's covered by Hawkins. The tray. The Badgers pull it in.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
King against Hawkins. Wilson the pass to King. Here's the three. That's not going to go. He's 4 for 10.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Here's Conley, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Hoyas.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
Conley against King. 1:53 left in the second half of basketball. Launches a three. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
There's a good screen. Evans goes in. Free throw line jump shot. And that one's good. There's a minute 34 left here in the second half. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Terrific game for Freak. He's got 13 points, and he's drained 3 three-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
The Badgers making a switch here. Hill's checked in. He dishes it to Kaminsky. Here's Evans. King with the block. This one for 3. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Hoyas.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Shot quality and better overall shooting.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Freak. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And stolen by Trice. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. King outside. No good from outside. Here's the Badgers with the ball. It's a 14-point game. Here's the screen. Here's Hill. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Here's King, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for Georgetown. 3. Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good from Freak. 6 seconds left to play here in the second half. Here's Payton. Basket good.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad, I think it's past the...
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
We met working at the post office together. Mark was the clerk, and I was a carrier. And I asked her out to lunch one time and take her for a bagel around the corner from where we...
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke University. With the fourth pick in the NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the sixth pick in the NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the seventh pick in the NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. With the ninth pick in the NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky. With the 10th pick in the NBA Draft, the Miami Heat select Gerald King from Georgetown University.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
Here we go. My first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
You'll do the knowledge to the master builder.
opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg. Happening right now, folks, and the fulfillment of a lifelong dream, a special individual taking to the hardwood as we'll get to watch the first official NBA appearance from King.
You know, and what a huge moment this is for him. I mean, your whole life has been spent leading up to this, and finally he's going to get to take the court in the NBA. I mean, his mind has to be racing like 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, there are all different kinds of pressure situations. This is about as nerve-wracking as it gets. But even so, I don't think it takes away from how much he enjoys it.
And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Williams down low with Jefferson. Lee out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Batum in a small forward.
Well, you knew things were going to be different in Miami without LeBron. They slowed down their approach on offense, going from one of the more up-tempo teams to one of the slower ones last season.
And a wide-open look for Freak. And he hits it to tie the game up. King gets it to go, and that's not just any basket, folks. Those are his first points here in the NBA. Screen by Jefferson. King with the steal. And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid in anything when it comes to basketball.
Well, with Freak, Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
The Heat shooting their first free throws of the night right here, and the first one drops.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well-versed he is as a coach.
The Heat making a switch here. Stoudemire's checked in. And then for Charlotte, Cody Zeller comes in for Jefferson. And it's Kid Gilchrist in for Courtney Lee. King with it. Williams picks him up. And it's blocked. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Charlotte moving the ball around. A shot by Batum, no good. And Clifford in his third year now as a head coach, Greg. That experience you were just talking about. He has 29 years of coaching under his belt. He's a Van Gundy disciple. Clark was on the coaching staff for both brothers.
Yeah, and he's been with a lot of teams, Kevin. 13 seasons as an assistant for the Lakers, Rockets, Magic, and Knicks.
Stoudemire with the bucket.
So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. It feels like they've gotten every loose ball.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? The basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Zeller setting the pick for Batum. The dish to Kid Gilchrist. That's short off the rim.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Bosh, the screen. Here's King. Walker with the rebound.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Williams kicks to Walker. Here's the floater. And the rejection by Stoudemire. Here's King. And again, Miami with the triple.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
High arcing shot, and Batum gets it to go on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 3rd assist on the night. From downtown, great D that time from Batum. Hornets trail by 6. Outside Kid Gilchrist, and a wide open look for Walker. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
King with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Got a hand on it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. For Miami, Chris Bosh is checked in for Johnson. Wade comes in for Richardson, and King subbed in for Tyler Johnson. Jefferson's checked in for Charlotte. Batum comes in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. King is in at the point. Winslow is out there with Chris Bosh. Then it's Stoudemire, and it's Wade in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Screen by Jefferson. It's Williams with the drive. It's stolen by Stoudemire.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal.
And it's Freak missing.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Take note of the work they've done on the offense.
And so a pretty lot.
Okay, give it up for your Heat.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one in for the Heat. White, he's checked in for Bosh. Johnson comes in for Luol Deng. Richardson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And King subbed in for Goran Dragic. And then for Charlotte, Cody Zeller's checked in for Williams. And Michael Kidd-Gilchrist subbed in for Nicholas Batum. And Charlotte, looking at who they've got. MKG and Zeller at the forward duo. Kemba Walker is out there with Lee. And it's Jefferson in at center. King against Land. And King, here we go. Whiteside dishes to Freak. Pause with the block. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Over to the wing. Here's Lamb. They get the rebound. That shot's good from Hawes.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
2 minutes.
King against Lane. Looking to end his cold. That was incredible.
Oh, my goodness. Fella's going to hurt somebody. With a dunk like that, probably will hurt himself.
Oh, there's too much fun to be had.
And he's having it. That had to be fun.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. And they will call over the back on the play.
The NBA has done a terrific job of increasing its presence around the globe. I mean, what was once a national or international presence moves forward.
Amari Stoudemire, he's checked in for the Heat. Winslow comes in for Darrell Wright. Just 5 to shoot from 17 feet out, but they get it back. Hansbrough misses.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
The NBA, it's undeniable, becoming a global game. It's reflected in the players. 1/4 of the league. That's amazing. 1/4 of the league, now international players.
It's unreal. I mean, that number is going to continue to grow, I think, over the years. Last season, they had a game in Mexico, and events like that really help expand the popularity of the NBA. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Heat.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Whiteside.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Hassan Whiteside.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just...
I'm coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're gonna be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is gonna be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's gonna be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sideline. Group in for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Thomas comes in for Porzingis. Williams, he's checked in for Anthony. And Roten subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. And then for Miami, Amare Stoudemire. Checked in for Whiteside. And King subbed in for Goran Dragic. On the floor for Miami, Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. Chris Bosh is out there with Stoudemire. And it's King at the 1. And we get a moment to check out the team scoring leaders. In fourth, the Heat.
You know, it's amazing when you consider how much can change on a team from year to year, but nonetheless, this team has been one of the best at putting points on the board.
Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Luol Deng. Calderon against King.
Move the ball. Stick it to luck.
Rebound by Williams.
And you guys, he was once considered a tweener But now I think Derek Williams has kind of settled in to that 4 position. It seems to be the best position fit for him at this stage of his career.
There's 1:47 left here in the opening quarter. And it's Freak missing.
They got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and every play counts.
Three-pointer, and it's good. Kings got 6.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
And no doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
And that one's good, Roten.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly. In a tough league like the NBA, here's where Miami sits right now in the league rankings. First in fewest turnovers per game. First in opponent shooting percentage. And they're number 1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
Winslow's checked in for Miami. Tyler Johnson comes in for Dwayne Wade. Williams sends a screen for Roten. The kick out to Williams. 5 to shoot. Calderon for 3. Rebound by the Heat. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
For New York, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And Calderon drops them both.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
King outside. And O'Quinn sends it back.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them.
And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player.
I was obsessed with the NBA.
What a great cut. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Lopez. Thomas comes in for Porzingis. Derek Williams checked in for Anthony. And it's Calderon in for Aaron Aflalo. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. King in at point guard. Stoudemire out there with Chris Bosh. Then it's Johnson. And it's Wade in at the shooting guard. And King, here we go. And it's blocked by O'Quinn. And here we go. Fast break. Calderon's got it. Roten with it. Wade picks him up. That's in, and the Miami lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Roten. Roten's got 9 points.
And the Miami Heat have finished in the top 2 spots or better in each of the years the Big Three were in town. Last season that changed as they would end up 10th in that Eastern Conference.
Here's Calderon, and it's all evened up. He's got 7.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
King outside. Looking to get it going. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And for the Heat, once the bullies of the Eastern Conference, they had a lot of trouble keeping up with other Eastern Conference teams.
Kevin, they finished 25-27 against the rest of the conference. Played under 500 against the East at home, which really negated their chances for the playoffs.
And that one's good. Roten.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
King against Calderon. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. That's 10 points for Freak.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
For Miami, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. And it's off from three-point range. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. 40 seconds left here in the second. New York's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Calderon passes to Thomas. Puts it up from 15. Williams can't get it to go.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Here's King. That three off the mark.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And Derek Williams, the basket on the assist by Calderon. Calderon's got 3 assists tonight.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
So the clock runs out.
Well, Jose,
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. A fantastic game from Tony Roten in this one. Group in for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Lopez. Thomas comes in for Porzingis. Derek Williams checked in for Anthony. And Roten subbed in for Jose Calderon. We've got Williams. Tony Roten out there with a Flalo. Then it's Thomas. And it's O'Quinn in at the pivot spot manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball. Share the sugar.
They set the screen. 6 to shoot. Here's Roten. And he hits it to tie the game up. Roten's got 13.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
And Thomas now, top of the key. It's tipped and taken away by Johnson. And King, here we go. Miami no good on that time either.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
Roten kicks to O'Quinn. And he's on the money with his first shot today. And the Knicks lead. By 2.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
They set the pick. And a wide open look for Freak. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Now here's Roten, covered by King, and that one's good. Roten.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Thomas a screen. 24 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Aflalo, no good.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Stoudemire, and it's blocked by O'Quinn. Roten, no good. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth. Different look for New York. In for Lopez. Williams comes in for Porzingis. And it's a flawless in for Tony Roten. And Miami also making a switch. Kings checked in. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. King is out there with Dragic. And it's Dang in at the small forward. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Afflalo sinks it.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Up top, King. He's guarded by Afflalo. To tie it up. Misses the three. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Six seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's King. And again, it's the Heat missing. So a close game.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's move on to our Jordan Player of the Game.
His field goal percentage was excellent, up over 60%. This was a player in total.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
Tell you about Vic.
LeBron James. What more can you say about the guy that hasn't already been said? He can play anywhere on the court, and he gets it done on both ends like nobody else in the league. If we can't slow him down, this game could get out of hand real quick. It's going to be one of the biggest tests of the season for me, that's for sure. Time to step up.
It's an Eastern Conference battle at the American Airlines Arena here in Miami, Florida, as the Heat look to work the home court advantage. A look for Miami. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. And King subbed in for Goran Dragic. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. On the court for Cleveland. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Channing Frye out there with Mozgov. And it's Dellavedova in at the one. The drive by LeBron. Mozgov for three. And it's Matthew Dellavedova with the three.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
The Heat leading by 7. Here's King, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Well, we know that Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Bosch. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Johnson in for Dwayne Wade.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
And King, here we go. Let's take this chance to showcase the top setup man at the small forward position in the NBA. LeBron James, number 1.
Well, you hear the term point forward thrown around about some players, maybe a little too loosely. But when it comes to him, I truly believe it applies.
Absolutely. I mean, they want him touching the ball every time down, making sure the offense flows through him. He's going to make decisions that are good for his team out there, and those assist numbers prove that.
On the wing, James. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's King. A three-pointer off the mark.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders. But thus far, he's proved to be worth it.
The drive by Shumpert. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's King. Here's Stoudemire. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Mozgov. Miami shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Here's Dellavedova, and the layup's good off the glass. Dellavedova's got 5 points so far.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
1 second left. No good trying to beat the buzzer.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player. Now with more and more freshmen. Group in for the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Chris Bosh. Johnson, he's checked in for Luol Deng. And King subbed in for Goran Dragic. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. LeBron, he's checked in for Shumpert, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith. On the court for Cleveland, they've got LeBron James. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Mozgov, and it's Fry in at the power forward.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
It really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Miami.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And good on the basket. Book it. 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
They get it back. The Miami Heat comes into this one following a loss to Oklahoma City.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game? Offensive rebounding or the lack thereof. A lot of one-and-dones in that game.
Yeah, offensive rebounding to me is all about heart, the willingness to get in there and mix it up, do your work early, get to that inside position. And I didn't see any of that fight from them.
Clock at 6. Here's King. The shot will not go, so Cleveland will take it the other way. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yeah, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
Can they get it? That's in coming off an assist from Johnson. And it's 9 points for Freak.
Wow, I'm surprised he took that shot, but he has a huge size disadvantage in that matchup. But tremendous job to knock that one down.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Some people think LeBron's athleticism, Clark, has declined over the last few years. He might be the first to admit it. He still looks terrific, though.
Well, he's, that's a natural progression for any player, even if you are LeBron. But he's still an elite athlete by NBA standards.
Here's King. It's deflected, and they get it back. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Winslow. Johnson's got the game tied up here for the Heat.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
On the wing, Irving. He's guarded by Johnson. It's stolen by Johnson. And a wide open look for Freak. Got it off in time, but it's no good. It's all time.
Thank you, Cap.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need. The group getting ready for Miami. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Chris Bosh. Joe. Oh!
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Scooped up. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And the Heat lead by 6.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Fry dishes to Mozgov. Miami's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Freak kicks to Johnson. Off target from three-point range. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Shumpert passes to Dellavedova. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And let's take this opportunity to show you the shooting guards with the highest percentage from the floor over the last month. Second is Dwayne Wade.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, and it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And not only can they light it up from the perimeter, Greg, but they get their buckets getting to the rim as well. I mean, aggressive moves to the basket are always going to help your shooting percentage. You got to get some easy ones to shoot a high percentage.
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. On a switch here also for Cleveland. James is checked in. Dellavedova dishes to Fry. And the shot falls short this time. The Heat leading by 9. Launches a 3. No good.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And King. Oh, wow. It's a beautiful jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Every time. This is a joke.
James. Nope. And the final period of play just about to start. And so here is Miami. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
And King, here we go. And that one's good. King's got the lead up to 11 now for Miami.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Love draws the double. James against Dang. LeBron kicks to Love. And it's King with the rebound.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Out to Thompson. The feed now to Dellavedova. Back to Thompson. And it's sent back by Bosh. And they'll keep possession.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot. And the team is struggling because of it.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
And guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
Excellent game we've seen from Luol Deng. He has 8 points and a block. That kind of mix of assists and rebounds is what wins you basketball games.
They're looking to trim the deficit to single digits. Irving kicks to LeBron.
That's a walk.
And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
The Heat on offense. They have a 9-point lead. And the rejection by Love.
probably impossible for them to come back now.
Yeah, far too much work left to be done and not nearly enough time to get it done in.
There's got to be some defensive help there. I mean, the size difference is just too great.
And Miami can just let the clock run down here. That drops. And the Heat lead by 10.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
For three, Fry. Miami grabs the miss. Here's King. From deep three-point range, it's off. And so Miami takes this.
Yes, guys.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move Goran Dragic. And Kenny, you had some words earlier while the game was going on. What do you think?
This was a complete performance.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.
The only color.
Mr. Dom Pagnotti.
You're always going to have people who don't believe that you.
Wow. The Christmas Day game. I didn't expect to be on this stage as a rookie, but it'll be exciting, no doubt. I watched the NBA all day long on Christmas growing up, and to think that kids out there will be seeing me be a part of that, it's surreal. And I've never been one to disappoint the kids, so I better go out there and put on a show.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry... Look for Miami. Johnson, he's checked in for Whiteside. King comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. And then for New Orleans, Omer Asher. He's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Anderson comes in for Davis. And it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday. So the Pelican 5 right now. Gordon the off guard with Evans at the 3. Ryan Anderson out there with Omer Asher. And it's Cole in at point guard. Evans kicks to Asher. Pass to Cole. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. King against Gordon. Shot clock at 5. The shot by Evans. Nobody around. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Anderson's got his first 2 points.
defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Before getting dinged up, Brian Anderson was rolling. I mean, over the first few seasons of his career, improved in efficiency in all areas. Then he had the back injury, and last season his shooting percentages really went south.
Evans with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Ashik against Bosch. Screen by Ashik. New Orleans moving it around. That's a 2 from Gordon. The rebound by Johnson. Well, Heat leading by 4. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I briefly spoke with Alvin Gentry. A big factor in today's game, he said, is how they are able to handle Chris Bosch. He said often in games, Bosch is the X factor with his ability to gather rebounds and finish off chances inside. In order to keep him from dominating the fight on the glass, they'll have to match his intensity every step of the way. Guys?
All right, Doris, thanks. Gordon against King.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
That ties it up.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Johnson. King against Gordon. And King, here we go. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Evans up top. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard. And that's the shot.
And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is... Well, I'll tell you, you could be getting ready for Miami. Chris Bosch has checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Joe Johnson. Kings check in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Johnson in for Goran Dragic. So for New Orleans right now, Gordon the off guard with Evans at the 3. Omer Ashik is out there with Anderson. And it's Cole in at the 1 spot. Looking at Miami, they took their win in their last game against the Detroit Pistons.
And the thing I took away from that one was just how valuable their guys coming off the bench were.
I thought the reserves were the difference in the game, Greg. I mean, a lot of the scoring came from the bench.
Pelicans last season, a very solid team rebounding, too. Top to bottom, the team they would rebound as a team.
And one of the metrics that I do like, that they led the league in contested rebounds. I mean, that speaks to the effort that this team competed with. And winning those 50-50 rebounds means more than just collecting any old miss.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down to 3 points on the bucket from King.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Anderson against Dang from the baseline. And Anderson gets it to go. Anderson's got the lead up to 5 now for New Orleans.
You know, you look at the Pelicans, and it's not surprising, guys, to hear that they led the way or league in contested rebounds. I mean, they fight for every inch of space on the floor, and rebounding is just part of that mentality they have.
And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Winslow. And it's 9 points for Freak.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half. And guys, going forward, the Pelicans will need to continue that mentality to grow into a playoff team. They'll have to have a blue-collar work ethic. That means continuing to fight for all those 50-50 rebounds.
New Orleans leading by 6. Evans kicks to Anderson. Back to Evans. Pass to Gordon. King with the block. Anderson passes to Gordon. Over Bosch. Gordon with another miss.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Releases. Gordon with the defensive effort. He dishes it to Evans. Stolen by Bosch. Now King. Good if it goes. And that's not going to go. And we've reached half.
Kevin, I've got...
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get a look for Miami. Winslow's checked in for Bosch. Johnson comes in for Luol Deng. And King subbed in for Goran Dragic. And then for New Orleans, Anderson, he's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Cunningham comes in for Tyreek Evans. And Cole subbed in for Gordon. King, he's in at point guard. Johnson is out there with Winslow. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Wade in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons put on a show. He had 20 points and added a couple of rebounds with that. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on, to go one better here tonight.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. The Pelicans making a switch here. Ashik's checked in. 1:35 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Holiday. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And guys, for Drew Holiday last season was a tale of 2 halves. Over the first half, he displayed the leadership and the playmaking skills the team had originally acquired him for.
You know what, Kevin? Over the second half of the year, everything just kind of fell apart for Drew. He couldn't shake an injury to his lower right leg, and as a result, had to watch from the bench as his team fought for its playoff lives.
Here's Holiday. 15 points in the game. The pass to Anderson. The feed to Holiday. Johnson against Anderson. There's the dish to Ashik. He kicks it to Holiday. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Holiday's got 17.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Heat.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Releases. And it's Freak missing.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Here's Cole. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Buries it from 3-point range. Cole's got 5. Here's King. No good on that last set.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Changes here for the Heat. Whiteside's checked in for Winslow. And King subbed in for Dwayne Wade. And then for New Orleans, Quincy Pondexter. He's checked in for Gordon. And it's Drew Holiday in for Cole. Setting the 4 now for the Pelicans. Pondexter and Davis fill up the forward slots. Holiday and Evans comprise the backcourt. And it's Ajinça in at the center position. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for New Orleans?
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets. And there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Pelicans.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play, and it's fun to watch, too.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players, but another tour de force for Anthony Davis. He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
And guys, Tyreke Evans is so versatile. Great instincts, well-developed skill set. He can beat you every way you turn.
And back to Tyreke Evans. He's a big, muscular guy for a wing. That 7-foot wingspan, that arm span we've all admired and read so much about. Too strong for off guards, too quick for small forwards. He's kind of got a ubiquitous position.
He does. And, Kevin, you know, it's funny. A lot of people have tried to place him in a box in terms of position. Instead of just saying he's a basketball player, the guy's strong. He's got tremendous physical attributes. Combine that with the ball handling and his confidence, and it gives you an interesting mix. I mean, he's one of the more unique, multifaceted guys we have in our league.
King with it. From deep three-point range, misses the shot. So we see no.
Well, Anthony, this.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present Anthony Davis.
He deserves a ton of credit on how many areas of the game he impacted tonight. His defense was...
And that will do it for our special Christmas Day broadcast